So hello, with this video we're going to look at how to do different flesh tones and using traditional watercolor. This is a butcher's tray, and with traditional watercolor that comes in small tubes, you can put some into the tray. I do little dabs of things, and because watercolor reactivates with water, I just let it live in here, and then when I go to paint, I add water to mix different colors, and then just let it dry. Again, a paper towel for blotting my water. So to get started, to mix different flesh tones. Our skin is made up of white, red, yellow, and a lot of times either burnt umber, burnt sienna, a little bit of browns in there. And depending on the range that you're going for, you just up the ratios of the different mixtures. So I have a little bit over here, and what I do is I have like white and pink, and I'll activate them and pull them together to get one color. And I'm like, okay, so that's a little pale, so I need to add in a little bit of the brown. And now it's getting kind of muddy, so I'm like, okay, now I'll have to add in a little bit more red. So it's definitely mixing a little bit. And then again, thinking about where my highlight and shadow are. Blot. Reload the brush, and say if doing Hamilton, we can add in, and I do this once I find my casting and find out my casting, then I will go in and adjust to make sure that I have the correct ethnicity for my actors. And again, with watercolor, it's layering and layering. Layering color and shadow. Starting with the lightest to the darkest. Yes. A little bit of warmth. What's kind of great about watercolor is that you can pull the water, lighten things up. Oh, there we go. When painting, because the paper is white, so that acts as a highlight. So say this character is wearing a very light colored dress. Again, using like burnt umbers and burnt siennas, because white ends up not being completely white. There's always a little bit of shadow. Granted, I should be erasing some of this under, so where the arms meet, there's going to be shadow, like in the armpits and things like that. So even though white is white, sometimes going in even either with a cream or very light gray, maybe not quite that dark of a gray, but yeah. So it starts to give the illusion that there's highlight and shadow, other than just leaving it completely just plain. So it gives you your dimension. But yeah, so that's how to mix different skin tones. And again, in my tray, you can see that I have the, you know, the yellows into reds and everything, and then I can pull things, mix colors together, add in the browns and whatnot. And so, because it really does take quite a large mixing of color to get our skin tones, because we are made up of so many different pigmentations. So that's how you get to do white colored, well, actually white is the absence of color, but white or light, very light fabrics, or and skin tones.